Kris Titus from Board of Directors of Fathers-for-Justice in Canada. Here discussing the issues of general male bias, unfair court decisions in custody and access, unfair child support decisions, and a general pervasiveness of inequality in regards to family law. The problems that we face up in Canada are shared by many nations globally. We have courts that have run amok with what may have been at one point the goodwill of people who wanted to make sure that we had fair and balanced decisions when families separate. What we have now is a judiciary out of control. We have a multi-billion-dollar industry that is benefiting a very small portion of our society, and the least of whom is actually the children of divorce. The first and primary thing that we need to do is look at this from a balanced center and take an equal approach. And then we need to put in place flexibility to accommodate those families that may or may not be able to, because of their own family decisions, operate under an equal basis. Our mandate is that we have a presumption in law that it will be equal joint custody on the basis of any family separation or divorce. The reason we think this is necessary is that it leaves very little room for interpretation. It gives a very clear sense to everybody involved in family law what the expected outcome is going to be. It takes out a winner and loser out of the situation. Mostly, it actually solidifies that those children will be raised by the two people that should love and cherish them and provide security to them most. And that is their mom and dad. Those are the superheroes that they first know in their lives. They are the last superheroes that they know in their lives. And we want to promote healthy families before and after divorce. When we have a presumption of equal parenting, and there is a joint equal parenting arrangement, the benefits to the entire family are insurmountable. You have not only a mother and father, whether they work collectively or not, that are actively involved in their children's lives. You have children that know they are loved unconditionally by their parents and that a sacrifice is being made for their benefit. You also have a mother that can go off, pursue her own career aspirations, her own personal aspirations, and a father that can do the same. They are well rested, they are healthier, and they are happier. And that is the ultimate benefit to the children, that they have that from two parents all of the time. Children go through various stages in their lives, and that's where the flexibility needs to come in. Every family faces a circumstance where there may be a tough decision about a move because of a job. A child may be offered an opportunity in another area that must be considered. These are the decisions that we normally leave our mothers and parents to make, our mothers and fathers to make on a daily basis in raising their children without the interference of the courts. These are the same decisions that have to be left to moms and dads after a separation, still without the courts. I grew up without a father. I am now 33 years old. I have two of my own biological sons who do not know who their grandfather is. I, even today, could explain to you the effects that I still experience out of the blue. Somebody walks by that has a nice tie knot, and I may find myself reduced to tears because I did not have the benefit of a father that could teach me how to tie a tie, that I can now pass that along to my sons. I now have to take them outside of my family to learn how to tie a tie properly. These are things that most of us take for granted, but these are things that people that have been raised without a parent experience on the most emotional level daily. I don't know any of the medical circumstances of my biological father. I don't have paternal grandparents or cousins or uncles. I actually have a last name and a namesake, and I've been named for somebody that I do not know. Our children are losing their ancestry, they're losing their heritage, they're losing their language, they're losing their religions, they're losing the most basic things that most of us have fought in wars for generations to protect. And it's wrong. I have also separated myself as an adult. I experienced an incident of domestic violence. It was not a recurring incident, and I was told to do some very unscrupulous things to prevent my ex-husband from being part of our sons' lives. I never had any question that he would harm them in any way, shape, or form. I was told by lawyers to do everything from claim that I myself had been raped, that my children had been abused, although they had not. I was not given any fair options as to how a divorce arrangement would go. I was basically told, this is how it will go, this is what you will get, and he will never see his children again. I had to go through 7 lawyers before I found one that would even agree to joint custody. Now, my ex-husband, we've been separated 8.5 years, and he is a tremendous father. He is an excellent role model to our children. And if nothing else, they have learned the power of forgiveness and the power of understanding. I also have a common law partner of just over 8 years who, although there was never even a claim against him of any type of abuse, his ex-wife has never claimed he did anything inappropriate, has no custodial rights whatsoever over his children. One of his sons lives with him full-time, and he does not have the parental rights to take that child and enroll him in school. And that in itself is putting that child in danger, that they are left with a parent that the court has said it's okay for that child to live with you. It's just not okay for you to have any rights. If that child were to have a medical emergency and the mother were not available, that father cannot sign that paperwork, because in Canada, anybody that is a non-custodial parent does not even meet the definition of parent. These are things that are directly putting our children at risk. We have a household where we have 2 very happy and secure children that may move freely amongst their parents, who have the security to discuss their concerns with us. And then we have 2 children who have faced everything from problems with criminals to decreased academics. I have a 17-year-old stepson who said to me, I haven't had any hope for 17 years. That's why I do this.